Crystal,
Hello.
Yes, Judge.
who do we have on here? I see.
Ryan D. Sanchez.
Okay, but who else is on?
Not that I know of, nobody else should be on, Judge.
Do you have two phones, Ryan?
Oh no, this is Chris.
No, that's somebody else on that other Samsung.
We
Is
shouldn't have anybody else on. The only person that should be on right now is Ryan Sanchez.
no, I see Ryan on there, but you see the other phone?
The other Samsung where
Yes.
the
And
tile, it's
yeah,
facing the tile.
that's a different room than where Ryan's at right now. Is
Let me
somebody
see.
is somebody else on the Zoom?
Strawberry. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, that is one thing because it's started to. Yeah, Judge, there's somebody there. I don't, you could see their head.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Excuse me, is
Yeah,
somebody on the Zoom?
yeah.
No, I see you, Ryan. I'm looking for somebody else.
Oh no, not Ryan.
I need to see your face, whoever's there. What's your name?
Chris.
Crystal.
Yes, Judge. What's your name, sir?
Christopher Vasquez.
He was supposed to be at 10, Judge, on the arraignments. He's on there, but he was supposed to be on at 10.
You're a little late, Mr. Vasquez.
Oh yeah, my fault. I'm at school. That's why.
Okay. All right. I'll get to yours in just a minute.
Okay.
Court calls number 2403-0000234 and 2403-0000235, State of Texas versus Ryan Sanchez. Mr. Sanchez, please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, you have to unmute your device, Mr. Sanchez.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Ryan Sanchez?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Sanchez, you are charged with the two offenses, the first being open container, the second being no driver's license. These are alleged to have occurred on March 23rd, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are
Yes.
you aware of these charges?
Yes, sir.
You understand them?
Yes, sir.
Okay, before I go any further, and Mr. Vasquez, I need you to pay attention to this too. Every case that's heard out of this court is a Class C misdemeanor. The fines normally do not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you because there is no chance of jail time in these cases. But an attorney can help you understand the law, can help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standard as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You don't have to testify against yourself. It's the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit there today, you are innocent until proven guilty. Do you understand these rights?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Other things I need to let you know, if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could affect your status in the United States. If you find yourself in this situation, I strongly suggest you consult an attorney. Certain cases may have consequences beyond this courtroom. For instance, if you are stopped without insurance, you could have surcharges from the state of Texas. If you have a question whether your particular charge may have consequences beyond this courtroom, I strongly suggest you consult an attorney.
Yes, sir.
Finally, if I order fine and court costs and you're unable to meet that financial obligation, there are other ways to pay your fines and court costs. I can put you on an extended payment plan. I can put you on community service or a combination of those things. If you find yourself in that situation, if you'll let the clerks know, they will give you an application you can fill out. I will review it, and if I find that you qualify, I will put you on a different option. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Sanchez, the way this is going to work, I'm going to ask you, how do you plead? You're going to have three choices. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty and a plea of no contest are basically the same thing in that I will find you guilty and then move to the punishment portion of the case. If you plead no contest, what you're telling the court is that you're not saying you did it, you're not saying you didn't do it, you're just not contesting the matter. But what you're also telling the court is that there's enough evidence before the court at this time to substantiate a finding of guilt. The other difference is that when you plea no contest, if someone attempts to use that plea in a higher court to prove liability, that won't be allowed. If you plead guilty, it may be allowed. Okay? If you plead not guilty, then your case is going to be set for a pretrial. At that pretrial, there will be a prosecutor present that you'll be able to speak to. The prosecutor is the one who brings the case on behalf of the state of Texas. Therefore, he has the ability to do a number of things, from negotiating a plea bargain agreement to recommending dismissal of the case if he feels warranted. If you are unable to resolve your case with a prosecutor, then your case will be set for trial, and it'll be your choice whether you have a trial in front of the judge or in front of the jury. You have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Sanchez. We're going to go one by one. As to the charge of open container alleged to have occurred on or about March 23rd, 2024 in Robson, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to the charge of driving with no license alleged to have occurred on March 23rd, 2024 in Robson, Nueces County, Texas, how do you plead?
Plead guilty.
Court will accept your plea of guilty on both charges. What's the situation with your license, Mr. Sanchez?
See, I haven't got my ID because I didn't have like the right paperwork, so I never like went to get the ID. I mean the license because I didn't have my ID.
Well, you don't need an ID. You just need like certain documents, your birth certificate. If you go to their website, it tells you what you need, but you don't need an ID.
See, I didn't really know that, but I just haven't really tried to get it.
Okay, well, it's something you need to do if you're going to be driving.
Right now, I'm on probation, so I can't be driving nothing. So
Okay,
I'm not
well,
driving.
whenever you decide to drive, just make sure that you try to make an effort to get a driver's license, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to accept your plea of guilty on both charges. On the open container, it's going to be a fine of $209.90, court cost of $76, for a total of $295.90. I'm going to place you on 90 days deferred disposition, meaning that if you do what I ask you to do and you pay what I ask you to pay, in the time I ask you to pay it in, the case will get dismissed.
Okay.
On the no driver's license, it's going to be a fine. You know what, Crystal, on the open container, I'm going to lower that fine to $109, okay?
Okay,
And
Judge.
90 cents, okay?
Okay.
On the no driver's license, it's a fine of $125 and cost of $81 for a total of $206. Also 90 days deferred disposition. So I'm going to give you 90 days to pay this off, Mr. Sanchez.
Yes, sir.
If you can't pay it and you know you can't pay it right now, if you know you're not working, when you come sign off on your paperwork, and I need you to come sign off on it today before 5 o'clock at the
Yes,
latest
sir.
tomorrow, ask them for the application so you can fill it out and we can do something different. Like I said, I can put you on community service, or I can put you on an extended payment plan. But if you know you're not able to pay it at this time, then you need to request that. If you are able to pay it within the 90 days, then great, okay?
Like, I could do like a payment plan for the 90 days, or I have to pay it all at once.
You can pay it all at once, so long as you get it paid within the 90 days.
But I could, like, so within the 90 days, I could do like a payment, then another payment, then
Yeah,
another
yes,
payment.
yes, sir. So
Okay.
long, like you can, if you want to come in every week, if you want to come in once a month, it's up to you. So long as
Yes,
it gets paid
yes,
off
'cause
now.
I want to do a payment plan because I had to pay my probation, and then I'm still paying on my bonds
And that's fine.
for
But
that day when I got locked up that day, so I got out on bond for that.
yeah, and that's fine. We don't do a payment plan. I give you 90 days. It's up to you what you want to bring in every week or every month. But at the end of the 90-day period, if it's not paid off, then you need to get on what's called an official payment plan by filling out the paperwork that I just
Yes,
told you
sir.
about, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, then make sure you come by City Hall, okay?
The one next to HEB or the one next to the movies?
The one next to HEB.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Court calls number 2405-000002, State of Texas versus Christopher Vasquez. Mr. Vasquez, you need to be on camera. All right, Mr. Vasquez, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You are Christopher Vasquez?
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand down. Mr. Vasquez, how old are you?
18.
Okay. All right, Mr. Vasquez, you are charged with the offense of assault by threat. Alleged to have occurred on or about February 7th, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where you are accused of threatening Dominique Holmes with bodily injury. Are you aware of this charge?
Yes, sir.
And you understand it?
Yes, sir.
When was your birthday, Mr. Sanchez? Mr. Vasquez?
April 19.
Crystal, so he was 17 at the time, but he's still okay, right? He doesn't need a,
No, he doesn't need it's 16 and younger, Judge.
okay, that's right. Okay, Mr. Vasquez, as to the charge of assault by threat alleged to have occurred on February 7th, 2024 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Court will accept your plea of guilty on this charge. Vasquez, you know you can't go around threatening people. You understand that, right?
Yes, I understand.
The court is going to place you on 90 days deferred disposition. What that means, if you do what I ask you to do, and you pay what I ask you to pay in the time frame I ask you to do it, and don't get in any other trouble, the case will get dismissed.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be a fine of, Crystal, it's going to be $115, okay? Instead of $215.
115, Judge?
Yeah, plus
Okay.
court cost of $76. Mr. Vasquez, I lowered your fine because I'm considering the fact that you're still in high school, okay? Now, if this amount is something that you're unable to pay and you want to do it by way of community service, you just need to let the court know, okay?
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right, you're also gonna have to do 4 hours of anger management online, and you can get that website from the clerks when you come and sign off on your paperwork.
Okay.
All right, just make sure you come by the Rossville Municipal Court no later than 5 today or at the latest tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
You have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, you're excused. All right, Crystal. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it, Judge.
Okay, all right, we are off the record. Let me.